there is a reconciliation that's coming into your life here that you now have a new perception on. You will have a new perception on. You will accept the things that you cannot change within this situation with this person, as well as they will bring up something about you that was a blind side that you couldn't see, a perception of them that maybe wasn't accurate here. And there will be new beginnings with this person. You'll be stepping your foot forward in a different way with this situation. And it's because you are a lot more aware now of things, of your own blind spots, of your own weaknesses, and of the expectations maybe sometimes you unfairly put on other people, or you have because of trauma, because of trust issues here. I'm seeing that you're no longer like drifting as much either and taking things as life as comes, life how it comes. You know, you have more of a purpose now with things, and you realize that you don't need to take in and accept everything and everyone who comes into your life, even when it feels like there's nothing there at the time. Your confidence is growing, and you're making and you're creating these new connections for yourself instead of waiting for what comes towards you here. Your light is so bright, and so many people are attracted to you. Not always the most healthiest people here, but you've learned a lot because you've kept yourself humble, and you've realized what people you want to keep in and what people, you know, you have to close the door on here. You realize that there's power in community though, but you need to use your discernment here. So what you've done is you've detoxed from, and you have examined your beliefs about trauma and have left a lot of that behind. So Spirit's saying going forward that, you know, things are not always going to be perfect. There's going to be obstacles at times, but there is a lot more coming in for you here in terms of options. Protect your future, because you have a beautiful bright one, and I feel like you know that. Protect your heart, but your boundaries are good. Like, trust yourself too, to not be too scared of community, because you can trust of what you've been through before. You know, like, reclaim your power and know that, like, avoiding people is not reclaiming your power. Avoiding people is avoiding yourself in a way, because we have to learn about ourselves through people. We can't just always learn everything on our own. Spirit says, you know, be grateful. There's a lot coming for you with the plume here. You know, a lot of abundance, but be grateful for the small things that you do have right now. They want you to be grateful for your intuition, your senses. Not everyone has that. And the spiritual connection that you have, not everyone has that as much as you do. And that's really something that's going to help you to make these bold steps forward. That's bringing these bold steps forward. So give offerings to your ancestors and give gratitude for that. But also believe in yourself. Even though you've been underestimated, believe in yourself, because you've gotten so far, and you didn't come this far to get this far, is what I'm hearing. Even when it's hard, you've been through harder. It may feel like the little things are harder for you, because maybe within your generation of your ancestors and your relatives, they haven't gotten to these higher planes that you have. So it's like whole new territory for you. But it's such a blessing and a beautiful thing too, because you're breaking all these generational curses. You're breaking all these generational chains, and you have it. You're equipped to hold the vision. You're equipped and mature enough now to follow through with these things. Keep on speaking up. Keep on being true to yourself. Nurture your throat chakra here. Keep on speaking to yourself. The more you speak to yourself, even in private, the more that you will respect what you have to say and appreciate and trust what you have to say. Blue and water is coming up very strong, so take that time. Water is strong, so it's like water feels like it's connected to the throat chakra in a way. So stay hydrated, salt baths, you know, but just allow also life to flow like water right now, because justice is coming in for you, and it'll really reinforce. It says it's really gonna reinforce your purpose here. Fairness is coming in, softness is coming in. It hasn't been easy the last few years, but I've seen a lot more cooperation and peace, and, you know, people being a lot more reasonable, and almost like miraculously being very reasonable. And it can be hard to kind of trust when you've always been bracing for a flip, or you've always been bracing for unfairness and having to fight here. But I'm seeing that with the spirit of the river, you're going, as you go with the flow, you're going to go towards some beautiful adventure here, and you're ready for it. You completed a cycle here, and you're coming on to something new. Number 12 is coming up here very strongly here. But there's a lot of joy coming. There's a lot of joy and happiness coming to you here. Yep, happy days ahead with the stork. Maybe a new birth of a child, but it could be a new birth of something here. The hummingbird is saying it's going to be a very social time. Hummingbird's always going from flower to flower. Infusing, you know, it's being infused. So you're going to be infused with more peace. It'll help your nervous system as you meet other people, because it's not all on you to set your nervous system. It's on others as well to create that peace and that welcoming environment for you and those safe spaces for you. So look for them, but I'm seeing a lot of luck when it comes to finding those spaces here. And to know, like, continue, like, you have so much power. The Thunderbird keeps on coming up here. You have so much power, and you have such a grand plan here. Take that light and put power and energy behind it, because it is a beautiful light, and it's an important one that will shine a light on things that people need to see. You're the light bearer. So the messages that come to you are meant to be shared. I'm seeing a lot of personal accomplishment. I'm seeing you starting a lot of the things that you didn't think that you'd be able to even begin. I'm seeing you finish things that you didn't feel like you'd even be able to finish here. But they also want you to have joy and find that rest too here, because you're a very, very focused person. Follow your heart and try to use your imagination, not so much for worry, but for the beautiful things that can come towards you, because you have so much light and beauty. And you know, life is going to bring you this nest, and it may feel empty and lonely at first, but it's also exciting because there's so many things that, you know, become open to you that you can do and that you can go towards. You know, so listen to the promptings of your heart, because you have so much wisdom, and your ancestors are dying to share what they know as well to you.